So since we're still waiting for some things to come to do other things, and I've got a little bit excited about this now and I can't really stop, I've decided to have a go at taking this headrest off. So what I've done so far is taken one screw out that was there. The thing we didn't know was if there were any hidden screws anywhere, but it seems like that's going to move just with that screw out. And then there's just one more in the bathroom here, which I'm halfway through taking out, and I think that's going to take the whole headrest off. So I am going to have a go at stapling that on in a minute when I get it off. So that's worked really well. It's come off. I've been instructed to do these videos landscape, so I've finally remembered to do that. So what I'm going to do now is tie these on tight, and then I'm going to sort of pull it around and place it and staple it to make it look neat. Might have to at some point take this bit off as well, but I've got nothing to cover it with at the moment. So I don't really know what to do about that at the moment. I'll decide that later. So I've actually decided not to staple it in the end. I think it looks quite good as it is. So I did all the ties at the back of this. I'll show you quickly because I haven't put the screws back in yet. So if you can see just down there, the ties going across, and I've crisscrossed the ties and tied them fairly tight, pushed it back on there, and it's actually quite tight. So when I put those screws back in, I think that's going to look really good. It all seems to be quite straightened up. I need to straighten this cushion up a bit more, but this one's tied behind as well, so I think it'll be okay once they're all fastened back on. The seat pad, just because it was a bit of a funny shape, at that end underneath there is quite a bit of excess material which I might staple on at some point. I don't know yet. I think I'm just going to leave that like that for now. I might come back with the stapler once the kids have sat on this and wiggled around on it, because it might move then. So it just needs straightening up a bit. The only little bit you can see is just down there. It's a little bit annoying, but I can probably live with that, and if not, I'll probably make something else to go with it. So I think we're going to go with these covers on there because those are the sort of travelling seats, same as them. And then this little, and they'll probably be quite hard to upholster as well, the shape of them. And then these ones will probably upholster the same way as the ones at the back, maybe with a different colour, because I'm thinking it might look good with some black here, like to match those. But then at the back we're thinking a grey colour. So that sort of separates the bedroom area and the living area, but we haven't quite decided that yet. It'll all tie in anyway with the black and the grey trim, etc. I still think I need to straighten that bit up there first. So I'll do that, but I think that looks really good actually. Right, so I think I've done all I can on my own here. I need 2 pairs of arms. I think I'm going to straighten this up a bit because the grey stripes on in different places on each side. The problem is I can't get the screw back in by myself. This one's fine because I can hold it, but my arms aren't long enough to hold the thing and screw that screw in the bathroom. I've tried getting Slimy the Great to help me, but he's just not strong enough to do it, so I'm gonna have to wait for some help on that. And I also wanted to see how it looked with the seat belts, and it's not brilliant with the seat belts because there's still that bit there, but we'll get some black material and staple that on to hide that bit. The zips need to be open more when the seat belts are down. And the other thing I had to do, I couldn't have it fitting exactly on the top here. I had to pull it further up here because the seat belts start from higher up. So if you've got taller people or you just want your seat belts to work properly, the zip needed to be higher up. And the way I had it with it placed exactly on the top as it's meant to be was that the zip was kind of starting down here, so the seat belts weren't working very well. The seat belts feel a bit stiff at the moment, but I think that's just because that cushion's not back on in the correct place at the moment. It's a bit wonky, so it's squashing against the seat belts. So hopefully they'll work. When the seat belts are put away and when we're not driving, we can close the zip and it'll look a lot neater then. So that's where we are up to now. I'll see you later. So another quick update. I've decided that before I put all the covers back on, I'm going to sort this seat belt out. You can see this one here is fine and it springs back, but this one is really, really twisted. It doesn't spring back properly, so it's dangerous. So I'm just trying to sort it out. It's really hard, but hopefully I'll be able to do that and then we can get all the cushions and things back on. Okay, fixing that seat belt was the hardest thing I've had to do in here so far. It's sort of almost finished now. I'm not convinced this is going to stay put when the kids start wriggling about on it. So we might have to rethink that, but so far it looks okay. And you can see you can close the zip when the seat belts aren't in use to make it look a bit neater. I took that bit off because, well, it sort of fell off and it looked horrible. So I'll just undo the zip if I can with one hand. Hang on, I'll just put you down. Right, zip. So there are the seat belts in there, and there is now, you can see a black bar. Not really bothered about putting that thing back on it. I don't think it's necessary. And hopefully these seat belts, once the back's fixed on properly, it's not exactly in the right place now, and at the moment it's sort of resting on them, but when it's all fixed back in the right places, the seat belts should pull easily now because I have fixed it. How do seat belts get tangled up so easily and then they are so hard to put back together? I have no idea. But anyway, that's where we are up to now, and I just need someone to help me to screw the back on.